Hi all, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, we will understand the psychopathology of everyday actions, which covers the gulf of execution and evaluation, 7 stages of action, and 3 levels of processing in human cognition and emotions. So, let's get started. First, let us try to answer this question. How do people do things? Whenever people interact with something, they face two gulfs. First, they try to figure out how something works, also known as the gulf of execution, and after performing the action, they try to figure out what actually happened, also known as the gulf of evaluation. Let us understand this diagrammatically. Here, a user has a goal to achieve. Then he tries to find out how the machine works. What can I do to accomplish my goal? Once the action is performed, the user tries to interpret what actually happened and is my goal satisfied. For good human-machine interaction, the goal of the designer should be to help people bridge the two gulfs. We bridge the gulf of execution through the use of signifiers, mappings, constraints, and conceptual model. And we bridge the gulf of evaluation through the use of feedback and conceptual models. For example, while using a washing machine, if user correctly understands the settings and performs correct actions and the load is completed successfully, then the human-machine interaction is successful. However, if the user fails to understand how the machine works and performs incorrect operations, it is crucial to provide feedback to bridge the gulf of execution and evaluation. Thus, designers must also keep in mind that humans can make errors. To bridge this gap, Norman has suggested the 7 stages of action. So, let us understand them. The first stage is the goal formation stage. The next stage is the planning stage, where we plan the action which we want to perform. Third stage is specifying an action sequence that will actually help us to achieve our goal. Fourth step is actually performing the action. Once the action is performed, fifth step is to perceive the state of the world. Next step is to interpret the perception. And the last step is to compare the outcome with the goal to actually see if our goal is accomplished or not. Let us understand diagrammatically. Thus, the first stage is the goal formation stage. The next 3 stages of execution are to plan, specify, and perform the action. And then comes the evaluation stage, where we perceive what happened in the world, interpret, and compare the outcome with the goal. Let us understand with an example. Consider our goal is to save a sketch made in Paint in a folder named HMI. The first step under execution is to make a plan. We use a mental model of the Paint software or the save operation in general to plan the action. That is, we save the file by selecting the save option in the file menu. Then, we specify an action sequence that will help us achieve our goal. That is, going to the file menu, searching for save option and saving the file. Next step is actually performing the action. That is, go to the file menu, click on the save option, specify file name, select file location to HMI folder and click on save button. Once the action is performed, then we perceive the state of the world. Here we observe the progress bar. Next step is to interpret. The progress bar completion indicates the successful save operation. And the last step is to compare the outcome with the goal. That is, going to the HMI folder to check whether the file is saved or not. Now, let us understand the 3 levels of processing. Human cognition and emotion involves 3 levels of processing. The first level is the visceral level. It is the most basic level of processing. It is also known as lizard brain. It allows us to respond quickly but subconsciously. The visceral response simply depends on the current state of the things and does not take into consideration any previous actions. For designers, visceral response is about the immediate perception. For example, appearance, aesthetics, sound, or smell of the object or thing can create a good first impression. The next level is the behavioral level. Behavioral level is the home of learned skills. It is triggered by the situations that match appropriate patterns. For designers, the most critical aspect of the behavioral level is that every action is associated with an expectation. The feedback loop of evaluation confirms or disconfirms the expectation, resulting in either satisfaction or disappointment. Thus, feedback is critical in providing reassurance even if it is a negative result. All good designs must provide a feedback. The next level is the reflective level. The reflective level is the home of conscious cognition. Reflection is cognitive, deep, and slow, and involves reasoning and decision making. It often occurs after the events have already happened. The highest levels of emotions come from the reflective level, as it assigns causes to events and makes predictions for the future. For designers, it is the most important level, as it is the reflection level that drives us to recommend a product or perhaps avoid it. The 3 levels of processing can be associated with the 7 stages of actions as follows. The visceral level acts at the perform and perceive stages. Visceral level controls the simple muscle actions performed in the perform stage and sensing the state of the world. The behavioral level acts at the specify and interpret stages. Behavioral level is sensitive to the expectations of the action sequence and the interpretations of the feedback. The reflective level acts at the plan and compare stages. Reflective level is the part of the goal and plan setting activity, as well as it is affected by the comparisons between the expectations and outcome. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any doubts, please do let us know in the comment section below. If you have liked this video, then do not forget to like and share the video with your friends and subscribe to Be The Best channel for more such videos. Meet you in the next video of the HMI series. Bye bye.